Alright guys, what's going on and welcome to Total Swans TV. Just a quick match preview ahead of our game at St Andrews against Birmingham Wednesday night. It's a 6 p.m. kickoff. There are 5 more games remaining in the season, excluding the playoffs and the final obviously. 5 massive games for every team who has something to play for. Whether you're West Brom and Leeds at the top battling for the championship, and of course Brentford trying to get in there as well. Or whether or not you're in the bottom of the table fighting for your life, trying to stay in the league. There's an awful lot of teams still able to get into possibly only 2 more playoff positions, so there is everything still to play for in the league. There's maybe a couple of teams that are guaranteed mid-table now, but for majority of the teams in the league there is still an awful lot to play for. As I say, 5 huge games for every single team. For us, it starts Wednesday night, as I said, at St Andrews against Birmingham. They're currently 17th in the table on 49 points, 5 points off of safety. So they are, they need every single point that they can get. They are fighting for survival in the championship. As for us, obviously we're moved up to 8th from last weekend's victory against Sheffield Wednesday. We are on 60 points and we're 4 points off Cardiff in that last position of the playoffs. So we need results to go our way, and we need to win every single game with results going our way for us to possibly have a chance at the playoffs come the end of the season. Whether or not people agree we have the squad for it to go up now or not, is yet to be seen, but we still have a chance. We have everything to play for. We have to go and we'll try and win every single game. Be positive, get behind the players, get behind Cooper. And we know there was a massive improvement in the performance on the game against Wednesday. Second half wise anyway, first half was rusty. Formation change left massive gaps at the back. But second half was huge. We got to build on that and we got to continue that momentum. All right, we conceded quite late in the game, but we have to build on that momentum that we took into the second half and towards the final whistle. We could have scored a few more. It was unfortunate we didn't, but as I say, build on that, take that into the Birmingham game now and just go full throttle at them. The Swans, a couple of more injuries. Obviously now Wilmot has returned to Watford given his injury. Mike van der Horn has returned, so that was massive. He played like 30-40 minutes on the weekend, so that was a huge return for him. But it's going to be a very difficult game up at St Andrews, as it was last season. I went up there and there was a draw. I believe we drew with them at the start. No, we beat them, at the start of this season, 3-0. So it was a much more enjoyable journey down at the Liberty Stadium. But we were due to go up because this game was scheduled for Good Friday, 3 p.m. kickoff. So that would have been a fantastic weekend and a great vlog up at St Andrews. Nevertheless, the game is continuing and it's going on tomorrow night. So everything to play for. Some players to look out for Birmingham. They have their striker up top, Jukovic. Hogan is very dangerous. Obviously, we all know the youngster Bellingham. He's supposedly meant to be moving to Dortmund come the end of the season. Good luck to him if he does. What a fantastic club that produce and develop youth players. So all the best to him. And their defender, Pedersen, I believe I put him in my team of the season. He had a fantastic start to the season and midway through. So some very dangerous players in their team. They're not to be taken lightly. They are, as I say, down in 17th, but they have quite a lot of wins and a bag full of draws, to be fair. They have 13 and we have 15. So what do we say? Are we going to go for a draw on the weekend, tomorrow night? Are we going to win? Who knows? It's all to play for. Fingers crossed that we can get the victory. But it's been a bit of a weird season for Birmingham as a whole. Prior to lockdown, they went on a very good run. They hadn't won since February 11th. But in that time, they were unbeaten in 6 games, and 6 of their last 9 have been draws. 3, unfortunately, they've lost. But they are smashing it. They're snatching draws when they need to. They've had some unfortunate last-minute winners go against them, so they have been struggling. Birmingham's head coach Pep Platet, obviously we know about him roughly about his time down in Swansea, and he's been Gary Monk's assistant manager. Until whatever happened with a recent fallout where Monk went to Wednesday and Pep stayed at Birmingham. So taking a quick look at the recent form, obviously I touched on some of Birmingham's results there. Recent form for the Swans has been quite decent. We obviously won against Wednesday on Sunday. We drew against Millwall in the midweek game. We lost against Luton. We had good return to football against Borough, 3-0 victory, and then prior to lockdown, a 0-0 draw against West Brom. For Birmingham, it's not quite been so good. They, like I say, no win since February, so they had a loss against Fulham last time out. They lost against Huddersfield, drew against Hull and West Brom, and lost against Reading just before lockdown. So some very interesting results there. Kind of a mixed bag. So who knows what's going to happen? As for score predictions, for me and my match prediction, I can see a draw. In my preview prediction for the for the Wednesday game, I got the prediction right. I also got the Millwall one right. On the day of the Wednesday game, when I actually realised that Fletcher didn't no longer played for him, I went for 2-0, but that ended 2-1. So that was my preview prediction. For this preview prediction, prior to seeing the squads and seeing the feel of the actual day, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I can see Brewster and Ayew getting the goals again. I can't see anybody else in our squad really having the ability to get goals. Some people are trying. Byers is trying a couple of long range shots, but these free kicks that we're taking, the one that Andre Ayew took against Wednesday, where it was quite low, keeper powered it to his side, and the next person there, I believe, was Mark Gahey. That should have been Ryan Brewster rather than standing next to the free kick taker. Pick up on those scraps. Those scraps can turn to goals. So I'm quite optimistic and confident for the game, but I do really think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. If we do perform like we did in the second half against Wednesday, I think Birmingham will have trouble coping with us. But it depends what tactics Cooper plays and what sort of formation he goes for, what starting 11 he puts out. I will put my predicted and preferred starting 11 up on the screen now. So this is the sort of team that I would go for. Whether or not Cooper would opt for that, I doubt it. But given the injuries that we do have and the sort of lack of experience in depth, it's quite difficult for anybody to really pick a starting 11. But that's the team that I would go for. So we'll see what it is on the day, whether it compares or not. But leave your score predictions down in the comment section. I will also leave the fixtures again for the weekend, so you can predict all the scores. And as I say, we'll take that into next season and do a little table for it. But as for that, guys, that's the preview wrapped up. I will be live tomorrow night. Should be 5:45 over on obviously the YouTube channel which you're watching here. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification. I do believe that within about 20 to 30 minutes of the game being on, I will be joined by a mate up in Birmingham, John. He's working a little bit late, but he has said he will try and jump on with us. So fingers crossed we'll have someone joining us on the stream. But make sure you do hit that subscribe button, guys. Leave a like. It does help out, and it does show to me that you are enjoying the content and that you want more. Please try and interact with me as much as possible in the comments. But yeah, follow me over on Instagram and on Twitter, obviously Facebook as well. And I hope we have a fantastic evening tomorrow night, guys, and take care. Catch you on the next one.